Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to a wonderful Wednesday here at True Power Trumpet Fitness. Sticky and hot and steamy, middle of July, Connecticut, to be expected, but all's good because we have double C's. This is the year of the double C. We getting there? Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Strength. We talked about SFE, strength, flexibility, and endurance. Strength. Personified / power. Okay? Anyway, let me honk a few notes and I will tell you what I'm talking about. Anyway, forgive me, I'm thirsty. Strength or power. Strength, flexibility, and endurance. Guys, you saw the thumbnail. Frank Catarabic, anybody stronger than him. Don't know anybody. And you saw the, Mel Broyle, stronger than him. Don't know anybody. Herseth, are you kidding me? Just power. But each one was centered, pure, brilliant, under control. No strain at all in the sound. It was just power when power was needed. Okay? We talk a lot. We talk a lot about overblowing. Okay? And that is not how you do it. Herseth didn't overblow. You could barely see his intake. He wasn't doing all the machinations like Maynard back there. Thing. Mel Broyles, he liked to show off every now and then. He'd make a big deal about it, but at the end of the day, he was not overblowing. Catarabic, absolutely 100%. You could barely see the breath. I stood next to I didn't stand next to Herseth. Catarabic, Broyles, I stood next to both of them. Neither of them were overblown, but just could knock the walls down. Gabriel Personified. Anyway, now, when you construe power with strength, okay, that we're doing, we are not talking about strength of chops. The chops do not have strength in the traditional sense. As much as some of the guys would like you have you, use a pencil, buying a gadget and spending hours on it with a pencil, silly. That is not where the strength and the power come. The strength and the power come from hyperradiation. We talked about this yesterday. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, all anchored by the thick tongue. No strength at all in the nose. No strength at all in the orbicularis. It's barely functioning. It's vibrating, but it's barely functioning. That is where you get your strength and your power. Okay? Now, amazingly enough, and it took me how many years to figure this out? The big, strong guys, it doesn't necessarily come from a big mouthpiece. Quite the opposite. You can overblow a big mouthpiece, but it collapses. On 99.9% of the guys, it collapses. Now, all those three monsters that I just talked about, yes, used Bach mouthpieces, but they're also using C trumpets. And above a high C, changed it completely. They could get away with it. Okay? The rest of us can't. I couldn't. It wasn't until I went to the 1SB, the absolute 100% absolutely ultimate mouthpiece and display of mouthpiece manufacturing, dwarfs all the other mouthpieces, and is actually, for a custom-made mouthpiece, is cheaper than all of them as well. A lot cheaper in many cases. Okay? I'm not going to name names. You know who I'm talking about. But the fact of the matter is, you are not overblowing. You do not need big lips. You do not need a big mouthpiece. The 1SB is a tiny mouthpiece. A tiny mouthpiece. And the tone and the power and the strength is unbelievable. I know Mel Broyles would love that tone. I know that Vacchiano would love that tone. Okay? Vacchiano wouldn't be able to get past the mouth. It's a trick mouthpiece. Get a 1 1 1/4. Okay. Now, as I said, when I did one of my auditions and finally got principal trumpet with the North Carolina Opera, I did take a Calit mouthpiece into both Broyles and Vacchiano, and they gave me their blessing. Both of them gave me their blessing. You sound great. And guys, it was the same concept. Did I have double C's back then? No. But I was absolutely 100 concentrated on the sizzle, the center, and the richness of tone with a smaller mouthpiece, and they all both gave me their blessing. Mel, Ace, you play like that, they're going to kiss your ass. And it worked out. Now, the power is not done with overblowing. It's not done with overblowing. It's done inside the mouth and taking the onus off the vibrating lips and transfer it via hyperirradiation to the rest of the body. SFE, strength, flexibility, and endurance. Strength, we're talking power, and we're not talking the fake power, we're talking true power. You knew I was going to say that, right? Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Wonderful Wednesday. We'll do flexibility on Thursday and endurance on Friday. Guys, this is the exact same thing I'm giving all my athletes. And guys, all my athletes are killing it. They're not even bothering with a conventional weight anymore, or kettlebells, or all that stuff that I was into 5 years ago. They're not even bothering with that. It's just this. They can do it on the ball field. They can do it on the basketball court. Time out. They do a couple of their favorite exercises, and boom, they're energized, just like we're doing with this. It's the exact same concept. Physiologically speaking, this has never been talked about in the history of trumpet. Never. Or brass. Okay? And it's foreign to a lot of you. I get it. But, and I take a lot of crap for it, I don't care one bit. The first one through the fence always gets bloodied. And I'm a little bloodied. I don't care. This is right. This is physiologically right. This is tone and power. It's correct. With no strain. And I'm comfortable with it. Strength. Power. True power. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with the true power. Love you all.